Hi everybody, weekly wrap doing just from the Bendigo racecourse here this morning. We've had some young horses pop around, a couple of nice young horses go around for the first time at the track. We'll have a couple just come past us here in a moment. I've just been helping out here this morning, and I can guarantee you it's nice and chilly here at Bendigo this morning, but it's also crisp and the air's nice and clean too. So it's been a pretty productive morning here at Bendigo. Get on to our runners this last week. We had a lot of them, and we had 2 seconds. We'll start off with Andrea Montagna went round in Adelaide, 2100. It was a really good ride there. We kind of just got nutted on the line, but it's great to see him back in form. He got a nice run in behind them, and Caitlin Jones just kind of angled out at the top of the straight. Unfortunately, one just got up on the inside and pipped us right on the line, but it really does show that he loves that beach environment. Colton Burke did a great job with him, and now he's going to stay over there with David Jolly, who's at a beach as well. So fingers crossed he'll go around at Gawler, not this Saturday, next Saturday, 2100. Looks an ideal race for him, so that's where he'll end up. Then we've got we had Anjana go round. She's had her final run. Look, she's not going bad, but she's just not, it doesn't look like she's given us a zip, and the kind of the acceleration that we know she's got. So we just think it's time now to get her to the broodmare sales. We've had a few people interested in her, but she'll go up to the Gold Coast, and she'll become a mum. We'll see her go through the sales. We'll let everyone know the results there. But she should be well sought after, being a listed winner and a 5-time winner and 3 times in town. So she's been an incredible horse for us. Bought her for $35,000. It was the last sale they had there at the old the Randwick Stables, English Randwick Stables, before they moved out there. Myself and Jez found her, and yeah, look, I can still remember the videos of her when we saw her the first night. She was a chestnut kind of roan type of horse, chestnut grey, sorry. I stable named her after my mum because she had a bit of attitude, and Josh liked her from the first time she came through, and here's Sam coming behind. So she's been wonderful for us, and we'll be ever indebted to Anjana. She's been a ripper. Here we go, we've just got our Palantino Chelsea Rocks coming through here. Sam's just gonna, you right to get legged up, Sam?
Yeah, I'll be right, thanks.
And then and we also had Crone. She went super again, 1600. She kind of got on the back of Baccarat Baby, and we thought, it was a favourite to take us into the race, and we probably had to peel out at the 500. We were hoping to probably get taken to the 300, especially being over 1600 with her. If we had got that card into the race to the 250, I think we would have been a really good chance. But unfortunately, Shawnee, who is a high class mare, that's a genuine Group 2 mare down here, she got the back of us, and she got that extra 150 metres cart, and she was able to let down a little bit stronger than us over 1600. But again, you know what you get with her. She runs super. Every time you go around, you get a run for your money, and she's obviously Group 3 placed again. So she's been Group 2 placed, Group 3 placed, got beaten a couple of lengths in a Group 1. She's won 2 listed races. Every time she's gone round in listed or group companies, so she's been an absolute ripper. She'll go around again, 1300, 1350 I think it is, at Ipswich in the Gay Waterhouse. That's in a couple of weeks. And then she'll have a rest, and we'll target her at the Magic Millions next year. So we're really happy to be going on with her. She's going to race on for another season in the RTD colours with Rosemont Stud. We had Twitchy Frank. It was a funny one, Twitchy Frank. She's obviously coming to the end of her career, and we thought running along, she ran along behind the eventual winner, and kind of carted them up to the field, and she was travelling well, but they were going along at a fairly good clip, and it's not easy to do when you're going the first time around, like the opposite way around. She'd never been that way around and going that fast. Like, it was a really hard one, and she kind of looked like she was going to drop right out, and then once she got back on her right leg, she kind of fought to the line really well. So she'll have one more run. She pulled up great from the run. She's liking it up there, so she'll have one more run in the Gay Waterhouse as well, 1350. Ipswich should suit her. She'll lead up there, and she'll be up against Crone, so it'll be it'll be a nice race for her to finish off in, and then she'll go to the Broodmare Sales as well. She's been a great horse for us. Bought with Darren Weir, and we've had some really exciting times. Wins at Caulfield, won the Group 3 race down at Tassie. Great bunch of owners, and everyone's really grateful to be a part of her. We also had, so that was our 3 there. We had on Sunday we had a few go around at Devonport. Look, Artie D2 should have just won. He's having his last few starts, and it was really disappointing we didn't get the win. It wasn't a great ride. Jockey put his hand up and said so. He just got stuck behind a slow horse, and then by the time he extricated off at the 150, 200, the race was gone. But he flashed home, and what he is showing us that he's still got that zest to really race. So Elton Song went round as well. He was okay. He'll have one more start. If he doesn't improve from there, we'll have to make some decisions on him. But Tamanis was just a go round. He's obviously needs a bit further. It was over 11.50 and never really got into the race. None of the backmarkers did, but he'll improve because he's going to go around at Devonport next week. Ocean Essence was the one that kind of was a hard to watch. He kind of got up outside the leader. Adam's done a whole heap of work with him to make sure that he settles, and he'd been settling well in his run, and he got up outside the leader, and for some reason the jockey decided he wanted to grab hold and get some cover, and once that happened he kind of over-raced, threw his head around, carried on like the old Ocean Essence, and it was really disappointing. It was a real hard watch, to tell you the truth. Then peeled out at the 300, 3 and 4 wide, but by that stage he'd spent all his petrol tickets, and hopefully he doesn't take a step backwards from that run, and Adam can go back to the drawing board and just make sure that he can get him to settle and do all that kind of work that we need. You can just see here, I've got some going round. I'll just adjust the camera. See him going round on our Palantino Chelsea Rocks. Stable name's Lewis. See him going around the background. It's a good little area here. The grass here, it's great for the young horses to educate them. There's plenty going on, and they learn to see things and stuff down in front of them. So it's a really good spot. So yeah, that was our Tassie runners. 4 of them there. We couldn't get a result there. We also had Defend on Tuesday. He was really disappointing. He's pulled up with a wind issue. We kind of know he goes better than that, but once these horses can't get oxygen to their lungs and stuff like that, it makes it really hard, and they tend to drop out the way he's been doing. Obviously he won a race at Cranbourne by 10 lengths and looked really impressive, where he's able to flow along and didn't have that issue, but he's got an issue in the wind. So we'll sit down with the owners and work out what we want to do from here. He's a horse with plenty of potential, but once you start working on the winds and stuff, it makes them pretty hard to get back. So I think that's all our runners from last week. We went through Magna, 2 in Brisbane, and Jana. Yeah, so that was the 4 on Saturday, the 4 on Sunday, and then obviously the 1 on Tuesday. Upcoming runners, we have Kal-El going round. Most likely will head round at Warwick Nabil. He'll be over 1,800 metres, which is probably a perfect step up from the 1,600. We want to see kind of a marked improvement from him. Mitch has tinkered around with his gear and stuff, and we'll get him on the turf as well. So, and obviously being by Saberville, the further you get out with him, technically the better he should be going. We've also got Haley's Lightning, who's back. She's a kind of affiliate fairly close to our heart. She's been through a little bit She had a bit of a paddock accident a few years back. The owners have been super patient. She trialled up the other day and trialled quite nice. So hopefully she can go to the races and be competitive first up, and then maybe be winning second up, and maybe get a bit of reward for the very patient owners there. So she'll probably go around. She missed a run yesterday at Echuca. She missed a run for Saturday at Echuca, so she'll go around on Tuesday, probably on the synthetic at Ballarat. So finger crossed she can really win. Then I mentioned obviously the following Saturday we've got Magna. We've got Swing and Boom going back to the trials. That's pretty exciting. What else have we got down at Mick Price's? Pinot Party will be going around in a trial soon too as well. So they're all back down there. A lot of our horses have come back in from the paddock now, so they'll be getting ready. Scotty Stance is doing some good work over here. Mount Madeira is back in over here as well. So they'll be heading around and hopefully flying the flag for the Roll That Ice colours. gold bracelets here. She looks great. She's a really nice mare, really professional mare. She walks around. Mick Price said she walks around like she owns the place, so that's really exciting. So we'll keep everyone updated with how she's ticking along. We'll see her in the spring. Besides that, we've got some nice young horses. I dropped obviously from last message. We've got that our Coney filly that's doing some nice bit of work over at Mitch's. So fingers crossed. It can have a little good prep there, come back, and we can see it late this year, early next year. But besides that, that's all we're ticking along with. Our young horses are over there doing a lot of education works. Josh is doing a heap of good work here, so we'll keep all our owners updated with all the information that we can moving forward, and also we'll keep you updated with how our mares go through the broodmare sales as well. Thanks guys, and we'll get next newsletter. I'll try and get another trainer on board, or get somebody in to have a chat and see if I can get that elusive tip that Mick Price and Mick Kent Jr. sent out. Thanks guys.